Hello, everyone, and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for fucking Monday, March 5th, 2018. I am Michael Schwahn. Damn it. Log out. I'm in the wrong Facebook account because people don't sign out of their stuff when they're on my computer. All right, let me try and get back into the stream.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Anyway, hello. Stuff. This is March 5th. I'm Michael Schwahn.
And I am Stalin for time.
He's alive, everybody.
Yes.
Stalin alive?
Stalin for time.
Stalin for time. Got it. Welcome, Mr. For Time. It's good to see that you are alive.
I mean, it's good to be, Putin here.
Ah, damn it, man.
It's a pun.
I don't know if I can say I missed you or not. I did miss you. Doing the show alone is nowhere near the same as doing the show when you're here.
It's real hard trying to make Gorbachev into a fucking pun, by the way.
I believe it.
I'm trying.
You trying to figure out something? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there.
No?
No.
I'm sorry, Fred.
Poor Gorby.
I'm glad that you're here, though.
Yeah, that's good.
You're not completely dead yet. Your beard's nice and full now.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good length. It's not gotten to the point where it's like a weird scraggly mess off the edge of your chin.
It's not big enough yet.
Yeah, if it could maintain this fullness and thickness as it got longer, yeah. But unfortunately, it doesn't.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I'll continue and be something that my ancestors would be proud of.
Is that so?
Yeah.
What are your ancestors that would care about your beard?
I am technically descended from Viking, as well as I am Northern Scottish.
Okay. Viking beard, Scottish beard. Sure, all right.
Technically, I also come... some of my ancestors come from Germany.
Okay. I don't know if they care nearly as much.
The more Gaulish ones, they more care about their mustache care.
Sure.
Important.
Don't know.
Also descended from Frenchmen. But they're the ones that fucked us because we came over to America as French Huguenots, and that pissed me off.
So you're literally just a mutt, is what I just heard.
We've got rid of a lot of our nobility because we were Scottish nobles, and we forgoed that because of religion.
So you're a mutt.
Real pissed. That's what I am.
So you're a mutt.
Who's not in America? People fresh off the boat.
Yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, we're just a weird little mixing pot of stuff.
People who are incredibly racist.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into maintaining the purity, right, Nathan?
Yeah, I guess.
Nathan, sure? Something like that?
I wouldn't know.
That's just racism with extra steps?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to talk about some news, buddy?
I mean, kind of.
Kind of? Maybe?
More or less.
All right. Well, we're going to do it even if you're not ready, so.
5.
Germany's Angela Merkel gets 4th term after Social Democrats approve coalition.
This is submitted by Griffin's Chainsaw to Our World News.
Wow. Griffin's Chainsaw. Interesting. Anyway.
Griffin's Chainsaw.
Are you ready for 4 more years of the Merkel?
I mean, I guess so. It doesn't really affect me. I'm not in Germany. I don't have to sit there and listen to all of their laws.
Well, German Chancellor, which is kind of like their president, Angela Merkel, after a deal with the center-left Social Democrats, also known as the SPD, she's going to have 4 more years, which will put her all the way up to 16 years as the Chancellor of Germany.
Interesting. That's cool.
I suppose.
How long has she been Chancellor?
Over 12 years.
Oh, fuck.
So 4 more years, she'll be somewhere around 16 to 17 years as the leader of free Germany.
I mean, that's their choice.
I guess.
If they're enjoying it, more for them,
Sure. I mean, You know,
that's not for me though.
China's abolishing their term limits on their president.
I really like the shuffling of our presidents. You know, it
Now,
means if you get stuck with a shitty one, you know you're going to get out of it.
Now, if we can only do that with our legislators and our congressmen,
right?
Because we've had some congressmen that have been sitting there for a little too long.
One day in better America.
In a better America. When that day will be, who knows? But that day is not this day.
No.
Isn't that part of Aragorn's speech in Return of the King? I think so.
I think you are correct.
I believe that's one of his, like, he doesn't have a very long speech, but...
God damn it. You made me look up the day instead of iReadit. I'm trying to pull up the YouTube one because I forgot to pull that one up.
Good job, buddy. So, we'll see what that means. I mean,
that's all right. It almost came up as the first opening for My Hero Academia, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, okay. I can't say whether I am opposed to Angela Merkel or not, but I definitely feel like new blood is normally pretty good for...
It's always good to, cycle through. But, I mean, if it's working, that's a good thing.
Maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how the German people feel about it, honestly.
I don't either.
4.
227-year-old tree planted by George Washington pulled down by wind.
This is submitted by Smile Friend to our news.
So, it's not the cherry tree, but it is one of his trees. And it has been pulled down as the northeast area of America has just had some terrible, terrible winds recently. And when they say pulled down, by the way, like, initially my brain was like, just replant the damn thing. Like, if it came with all of its roots and shit, just dig a hole, put it back down, and throw some dirt on it. No,
put the fuck in there.
It snapped off is actually what they mean by pulled down. Like, the top of the tree got snapped off.
Off of the so there's just a stump.
It's not quite a stump. It's like a 8-foot tall stump.
Oh, that's a real unfortunate.
But all the top of the tree is just gone.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate.
Apparently, Northeast America is getting slammed by, like, just some crazy wind right now. It's already killed 9 people, and the several governors in the area have declared states of emergency.
Really? Trees are falling down?
Well,
I guess that's not unheard of. We've had...
Yeah, I would say trees falling down isn't surprising, but enough wind that it is killing people and making people declare states of emergency. That's surprising.
I guess so. I don't know. We get some pretty bad winds.
We do, but I don't know if, like, and we've had, like, a lot of trees fall down in Alaska, especially because the roots can't go too deep because it gets cold. But I don't think we've ever had states of emergency declared over wind.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of.
I don't think so either. Not a state of emergency. We had that really fucking bad wind. It
was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah, was it? Damn. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it was at least 3 years ago. It was more than that. It was like 5 years ago. Yeah.
I missed that one completely because I was up near the Canadian border hunting.
Were you?
Yeah. Which was a very, very fun time, but it was a story in and of its own.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't actually get to hunt.
Huh.
We get out there, we find our camp, we get out there real late and everything. The very next morning, the guy that took me out there wakes up throwing up everywhere.
Oh.
So we hike like 3 miles back to a ranger station, try to get a hold of his dad because we were both, he was like a couple years younger than me, but his father was a hunting guide. So we tried to get a hold of his dad to get out there and get us, and we couldn't get a hold of him. Like, all from Fairbanks was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll drive you because, I'm retired and I have nothing better to do.
Huh, all right.
But as long as we take the scenic tour. And we were like, yeah, sure, whatever, as long as you don't murder us, lady.
Vivi in the chat.
Lo and behold, I was disappointed. Should have been murdered.
Vivi in the chat room says there's a picture circulating of a house with a ton of trees just fucked on the porch. That's about 5 streets away from where they live. Boston is currently just fucked. So, Apparently, they can account for those wins.
Oh.
So,
3,
it's amazing the things we don't know. The 2008 Great Recession led to an increase in obesity, diabetes, and mental health issues.
This was submitted by Sir T6 to R Science.
Turns out when the economy is bad, people are doing bad.
Yeah?
And that's also, why it was not the 2008 one was called the Great Recession, but we also had the Great Depression early in the 1900s. And it turns out when there's no money in the country, people get depressed. And so what do they do when they have no money? Well, they eat, and they normally eat the cheap, inexpensive shit like McDonald's, although that is quite expensive now, depending on what you order. They also tend to, get very sad because they're broke and the country is broke. So, they start to have, like depressive episodes, which develops into mental health issues. But because they're eating bad, they also gain weight, so they get fat. And then they're also trying to, fight that sadness. So they eat things like sugar and lots of it because sugar is a highly addictive substance that's supposed to make you happy. And so they get diabetes from all the sugar and the obesity and such. And then those factors just compound on themselves to make people sad.
Nice.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
Turns out a nation that has a healthy economy is also a healthier nation.
Well, yeah. But when things are not going well. See, the problem is you can't get caught in that downward spiral because then it just leads into a Great Depression.
What are your words of wisdom for avoiding that spiral, Nathan? Because I imagine that you pull yourself out of those spirals quite often.
I just get paid.
Oh, is that all you need? Is just a paycheck?
No, I'm not in. I'm still going in a downward spiral. You don't know how fucking in debt I am.
I could guess. I know we have a couple friends who are more in debt than you are.
Well, yeah, that doesn't make my debt any less of a debt than theirs.
No, it just makes me amazed that they're not depressed.
A debt's a debt, a debt.
A debt's a debt, a debt?
Yeah.
A debt is a debt that is a debt of a debt?
No, your name is a debt.
Odette? Swan Princess?
Sure.
Sure. Awesome. Glad we got there, fam. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Cool.
2,
State Department was granted $120 million to fight Russian meddling. It has spent $0.
This is submitted by Vicar Zero to Our Politics.
So, one, this does not surprise me at all
Yeah.
in any way. So, first, and here's the reason why. There's not a lot to say in terms of, like, what's going on beyond they were given $120 to try and combat the Russian meddling that was discovered from 2016's presidential election, and they've not done anything for it. But, I mean, Secretary of State...
When was the State Department granted that?
What?
When was the State Department granted $120 million?
It is in the 2017 budget, so they've had it for about a year.
Okay.
But the as Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, or Flex Trillerson, said is that there's not a lot that can be done about it, which is why they've probably not spent any funds or time on it, because what do you do? Especially when a lot of those Russian efforts and meddlings are not things that the government can easily counteract. They're things like using accounts on Twitter and Facebook and Reddit and any other social media forum to push an agenda of some sort and make it look like it has attention. When you can spend $2,000 on a bunch of ads that then get a whole bunch of people engaged, like it then falls less on the state government to try to combat that, because what are they going to do about that? Instead, there needs to be efforts put through and from people like Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, etc. to try to combat those things from happening. Now, maybe they can work in conjunction with the government, but I don't see a way for the government itself to really have even a player in the game against that.
Conjunction, junction.
What's your function?
Fuck.
Yep.
It's going to be stuck there.
So it doesn't surprise me at all that they've not spent any money, because it's like, okay, here's $120 to fix this problem. And then they went, how do you fix the problem? Well, we don't know. You figure it out. And then they went, I don't know how to fix it.
So they're just still trying to figure out how to combat Russian meddling.
Well, and like Flex Trillerson pointed out, is like as soon as you figure out one way to stop them, like
It just changes.
They can adapt faster than we could adapt a defense for, especially because of the avenues that a lot of that meddling goes through. Especially because, like, I mean, I guess they could try to improve the cyber defenses for things like voting stations and stuff like that, or like the voter databases and stuff. But in terms of, like, trying to combat the meddling in terms of on a psychological level, that's really difficult.
You know how you do that on the psychological level?
What's that?
You invest that money into school systems so that you don't raise...
Stupid sheeple?
Yeah. You actually make people smart.
Yeah, but if you make people smart, then they might understand how fucking corrupt you are, Nathan.
Well, then don't be an asshole.
But then I don't get to do whatever I want.
If you want to combat Russians, then you gotta stop being dicks.
That's really hard for them, Nathan.
I know. It's one or the other, guys. Come on.
I don't think they can choose.
Do you want us to be a Russian government? Because this is how you get us to be a Russian government.
I don't know if they can choose, Nathan.
Well,
1.
Jordan Peele is the first black writer to win Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
this is submitted by Sparksman91 to our movies.
You ready to talk about the Oscars, Nathan?
Yes.
The Academy Awards?
I didn't watch it, but I have a fun fact about it. So
I never watch it.
Wow.
But I act like I watched it, and what I mean by acting like I watched it, I look up the list of winners, and then we talk about them.
Sure.
So, we will talk about the two that are important, at least in terms of what.
And I have a fun fact about the second one.
In terms of what the internet thought was important. But first, we'll just go through them. There's not many in the Oscars. Actor in a leading role. The winner was Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, which I'm pretty excited to see. I like Gary Oldman a lot. I think he's a fantastic actor. The other nominees were Timothy Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, and Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire. I have not seen any of these.
I kind of want to see the Daniel Day-Lewis one because it's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Actor in a supporting role. Winner goes to Sam Rockwell for three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yo, that movie apparently has caused real big ripples, like when it comes to people, being protesting.
Sure.
They're just ordering 3 billboards now.
What is it about?
Driving cars. It's about this mother whose son dies, and the police aren't really doing anything. So she gets 3 billboards, or she orders to be able to write shit on 3 billboards that are right next to each other. And it was like, it said 3 things. It was like,
fuck, marry, kill.
My son was killed. Something. The person still is walking free. What are you doing? Police guy or something like that. But now it's being used as a format, essentially.
Interesting. For actress in a leading role, that will also go to the leading actress for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and that is Frances McDormand.
Yo, that her statue got stolen.
Did it?
Yeah, and then they arrested the guy who had stolen it.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do with it? Is the thing
keep it?
What?
Keep it?
Like the only thing you could do is keep it.
That's fine. That's a fucking Oscar, dude.
Sure. Well, I mean, because when you win an Oscar, they make you sign a release form that says you are not allowed to sell it, and if you are going to sell it, you have to sell it back to the Oscar Foundation for $1.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if they found an actual Oscar being sold anywhere, it'd be real obvious that it's that one.
If they do it through the internet, you can do it through word of mouth selling an Oscar, and you got to be real good and sneaky about it.
Sure. An actress in a supporting role, the winner went to Allison Janney for I, Tonya.
I think it's Janie.
Sure. Either way. That's the movie about the fucking crazy-ass ice skater bitch.
Is it?
Yeah. That Margot Robbie plays the ice skater, the one that, had her boyfriend or whatever break the legs of her competition so that she could go to the Olympics.
Yo, that sounds like a Margot Robbie fucking gold picture.
Yeah. Animated feature film, surprising absolutely nobody went to Coco.
Nice. Yeah. Makes sense.
Cinematography went to Blade Runner 2049.
That's fucking real cool.
Went up against Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Mudbound, and The Shape of Water.
Mm-hmm.
Costume design went to Phantom Thread.
Fuck you guys.
Which went up against Beauty and the Beast, Darkest Hour, Shape of Water, and Victoria and Abdul.
Yo, The Shape of Water, that monster looked real fucking good. Fuck you guys.
Well, The Shape of Water won an Oscar for directing.
That's nice. Another for Guillermo del Toro.
The Oscar for feature documentary went to Icarus. No idea what that's about. Short subject documentary went to Heaven is a Traffic Jam on the 405.
That's a real good name.
Yeah, I want to watch that just purely based on its name. Oscar for film editing went to Dunkirk. Foreign language film went to A Fantastic Woman out of Chile.
Nice.
Makeup and hairstyling went to Darkest Hour. There were only 3 nominees for makeup and hairstyling. Darkest Hour, Victoria and Abdul, and Wonder.
Fuck you guys again.
Best original score for music went to The Shape of Water.
Perfect. The Last Jedi was up there. Damn, John Williams. He just couldn't pull it through this time.
That's all right. He makes billions.
Yeah.
Original song goes to Remember Me from Coco.
Yeah. Keep going.
Best picture went to The Shape of Water with Guillermo del Toro, which is normally one of the ones that people care about the most. They care about, like, best picture, best leading and supporting actor and actresses, best animated feature, and then they normally kind of stop caring after that.
The Shape of Water.
Production design also went to The Shape of Water.
Horror movies will be coming back in a fashion that I will happily take part in.
Here's one that people did care about for a particular reason. The winner of the best animated short film went to Dear Basketball, which is made by Kobe Bryant.
Which is where my fun fact comes in.
What's your fun fact?
My fun fact is Kobe Bryant has more Oscars than Tom Cruise.
Damn.
Kobe Bryant wrote a short story that got turned into a short animated film that he won an Oscar for last night, which is that one. Tom Cruise has been nominated 3 times and won nothing.
Damn. Did you see that LeBron James now is like, shit, Kobe got an Oscar. Now I have to figure out how to get an Oscar.
That's fucking hilarious.
I was like, do it,
Yo,
LeBron.
bro, he's already got 2 other ones.
Do it, LeBron.
Or no, this would be his first Oscar, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live action short film goes to The Silent Child. Sound editing goes to Dunkirk. Sound mixing goes to Dunkirk. Visual effects goes to Blade Runner 2049. Adapted screenplay is Call Me By Your Name. And then original screenplay will go to Get Out by Jordan Peele.
That's another big one, is because he's like the first black screenwriter to get this.
Well, it's the first black individual to win for original screenplay. There's been 3 that have won for adapted screenplay. Sure.
This is original.
It is original.
And he said he had to restart it like 20 times writing it, or like he had stopped writing it 20 times previous to finishing it.
Well, it's on such a touchy subject. Like, it's such a racially motivated movie, and it's literally about white people harvesting black people's bodies to keep themselves alive.
And it fucking won an original screenplay. Isn't that fucking perfect?
It's pretty great. Congratulations, Jordan Peele.
Oh my god, so good. Congratulations.
You
so deserve it.
He has been entertaining for years, and I believe that he will continue to do so.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and I can't wait for more.
So, there's your Oscars. I realize it is getting darker in this room, and as it's getting darker, I'm fading away into the darkness. In any case, hey, Nathan.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
I gotta hit the button because Nathan's alive. What'd you care about in the last week?
It's not the thing that you put there.
Not at all?
No.
But what if they inject nanobots into your body, Nathan?
I have something way more important.
Yeah? But the robots are going to take over by infecting your body, Nathan.
does not matter.
Okay. What matters?
My grandmother's birthday is today.
Aw, happy birthday, Nathan's grandmother. Is she alive?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought I'd check.
She is 72 years old.
Oh, okay.
But don't ask me that, or don't tell her I told you that. She beat me. She says she's like 30-something.
Yeah, she's 39 again?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
And I'm going to tell a couple funny things that my grandmother would do as I was growing up that I really enjoyed, that I think I'm going to continue on with my children.
Okay.
So the first one is that she would always threaten to take me out of the gene pool.
Okay.
And I didn't know what that was at first. And then upon learning it, I was like, Grandma, why would you do that? That's fucked up. And then she told me she did it to the cat, she would do it to me.
Damn.
And then the other thing that she did was when I was acting bad, she would take her crochet needle and she told me about how mummies were made, and she told me she would turn me into a mummy with the crochet needle up my nose.
That's amazing. Your grandma sounds like a delightful individual.
I fucking love my grandma.
Good.
She's so great.
Did you care about anything else in the week that you've been gone?
That she is selling her house.
Okay.
And I get all of the VHSs.
Nice. Anything else, sir? You've been gone for a week, so.
Yeah, but I didn't really do much. I watched the live-action Full Metal Alchemist movie, and it physically pained me. Not as bad as, like, Death Note. Death Note was, like, atrocious. Right. It was on such other levels. It was in the Dragon Ball Evolution levels of bad.
Yeah.
This is one tier slightly below that. I would watch it again compared to, like, I would watch the FMA live action again, and that's saying something because I will never touch the Death Note or fucking.
So maybe
Dragon
put it
Ball
alongside like the Resident Evil movies. Like they're not good, but you're like, I enjoyed that. I would watch that again, but you still know it's pile of garbage.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Mostly because they fucked up Maze Hughes, and you can't fuck up Maze Hughes.
What? Oh, damn. Now I think I have to watch it just to see how they made that mess. That anyway. Anything else, sir?
No, my nose kind of hurts. I'm kind of ready to put my head above a boiling pot of water again.
Fair enough. All right. I cared about two things over the last 72 hours. The one is the Library of the Future. So every year for the next 100 years, 100 famous authors have pledged to get at least one novel and not one novel from each of them a year. Just 100 authors will make one book over the next 100 years that is going to remain unpublished until the 22nd century, and they will all be published in their own little building called the Library of the Future.
That's super cool.
So, over the next 100 years, there are going to be 100 novels written from 100 famous authors that are all going to be locked away, that basically no one today is going to get to read, and it's going to be like a gift for the future.
Yo, I feel more people should make little time machines, I think they're called.
Yeah.
What are they?
Time capsules.
Time capsules. I feel like time capsules should come back, and we should do that again. I think that was a cool idea.
And one of the things that one of the artists talked about is it is extremely good for creators to build things and make things or belong to like a narrative arc that is going to exist beyond your own lifespan. Because if then you're not focused on today for your own gain, etc. It's about something for tomorrow and more than just the next day, the next, era.
So actually thinking about the future instead of what we normally do, you dickheads.
Yeah. Think about the very moment and how we can exploit every last moment of it. Mm-hmm. The other piece also that I cared about is, so I spend way too much time on the Final Fantasy subreddit. And the Final Fantasy subreddit is doing a sub-wide Let's Play for the month of March. And the game that was chosen is Final Fantasy V.
Okay.
And I had never played Final Fantasy V before.
Wait, hold on. 5 is the one with Bartz, Galoof.
Yep, that one.
And the two sisters, I forget their name.
Lena and Ferris.
Yes. Ferris is the pirate.
Yes.
Lena's I forget what she is.
The actual princess, essentially.
Yeah, she's a princess.
That is the game itself. I had never played it before.
I loved it. That was a fun game.
It's incredible.
It was real fun.
It's so good.
The job class system was real well. The characters are really cool because you only get those 4 and you just change their jobs.
Well, and I had played 3, which is a job class system, but it is nowhere near as good as 5.
3 is atrocious.
3 is terrible. And then I played. I just got done playing 12, which is a job system, but you can't change jobs. So it does.
Booty. No, I think 5 had probably, when it comes to job class systems, that is the best job class.
So far, it is incredible. I'm loving it, and I'm going to play more of it. And I recommend it to anybody that wants a older RPG that is great even today. Yep. But that's it. That's all I cared about. You ready to go, Nathan? You ready to go dunk your head? Oh, wait, no, not dunk your head in boiling water. Hold it over boiling water.
Actually, if you count Bravely Default as a Final Fantasy game, then Bravely Default had a better job class system than Final Fantasy V.
Interesting.
I would recommend Bravely Default to literally anybody.
Well, tell me when it comes to Steam.
Actually, it's probably not so far off.
Probably not. For all I know, it might already be on Steam.
I have it if you want to borrow it.
I'm really bad at playing things that aren't on the computer.
There. Right there. I'm soft stuck in an area. I'm not hard stuck. I'm soft stuck because I'm really stubborn and I really want to collect all the things I can. And I got the Blue Mage class, which is called the Vampire in the game.
Wow. So Bravely Default is not on Steam, by the way. But one game did come up, and
What?
it is the most atrocious...
Hold on. Don't tell me. I'm about to go look.
It is the
Where's
most
my
atrocious cash grab I have ever seen.
Oh, hold on. Don't say a damn thing.
It is an RPG Maker game.
Ah, God. Bravely... Hold on.
Yep, by the name...
Final Bravely.
Final Bravely. Let's just try and grab these two buzzwords. Let me guess. The next sequel to this game is going to be called Bravely Fantasy.
Yo, it's $4.
Or Final Default. Or Default Fantasy.
It's French.
Don't buy it, Nathan. It's RPG Maker. There's only like 3 good RPG Maker out of the millions that have been made.
Yeah, and all 3 of them are Heroiness Ayana.
Are they?
Dude, Heroiness Ayana was dope.
No, there's other RPG Maker games that are good.
That's fair. I used to go to this website before I found out it gave me atrociously large amounts of viruses. It was called Acid Play, and you would be able to download like free-to-play games. That shit was boss.
What is it called? There's... I can't remember what the name of it is anymore. Whatever. Let's get out of here. All right. Anyway,
2 reviews.
Everybody, if you would please consider supporting this show, patreon.com/dailyinternet. Follow and share the show on social media, Josh. Follow and share the show on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of those are at iReaditCast. You can follow me at Schwahn Michael and Nathan at Bimmenstein. Video versions of the show are always available on Facebook and YouTube, and you can download the show in audio-only versions on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and anywhere else that podcasts are found. And that's it, everybody. That is your 438th dose of the Internet. I'm Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Stalin.
For time. All right. That's it, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.